All right, everybody, welcome back. Another day of our recovery week. We have our fourth day at it, so you just need a mat and your body weight. And we're going to go ahead and start at the back of the mat and get a few forward folds and some nice big inhales. So inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Take a couple deep breaths, just reach overhead, try to slide the shoulder blades down the back, tuck the tailbone, pull the belly button back. And then from your mid back, just turn, twist to the right, and then middle. Exhale, inhale, turn, twist to the left, inhale, center, and then we'll dive forward all the way over the legs. If you'd like, you can take a wider base of support depending on how flexible you're feeling this morning or today or whenever it is you're joining. Let your right knee bend a little and then your left. And then see about trying to flatten through that back. So if you round a little bit, that's okay, but try to kind of lift your chest up off the ribs, pull those shoulder blades back. And if you need to come up onto your knee, that's fine. We're going to twist again. Inhale, bring right arm up, and then drop. Inhale, bring your left arm up, and then drop. And then walk yourself down so that you can hit a child's pose. Put your big toes together, your knees nice and wide, and then reach your arms way out in front. If you can, drop your forehead onto the ground. See if you can get your hips all the way on your heels. Keep kind of inching those fingertips forward. Get lots of big stretch to that upper back. So when you reach those arms and push the chest toward the ground, you can feel a little bit of stretch through that upper back. One more deep inhale and exhale. And then come up onto your hands and knees, and we'll go through some cat-cow. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. Inhale, push your chest forward. Exhale, round through the back. Get a nice stretch through that upper back. Pull deep into the belly. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Go two more. Last one. Exhale, pull that belly button deep. Neutralize your spine, just flat, and twist your hips side to side. Okay, we're going to start off with a plank set. We're going to hold 1 minute each direction, 1 minute front, 1 minute each side, and then 1 minute back at the front, so 4 minutes total. If you do not plank, that's not a problem. I'm going to have you hold a bird dog. So you're just going to extend and hold for a minute on the one side, then you'll hold for a minute on the other, and then again each side. All right, so that's going to be it. On your mark, get set, and go. Otherwise, you join me on your elbows. If you prefer hands, that's totally fine. Personal preference. I think it's a little bit more difficult on my elbows. Has to kind of grab a little bit deeper through the core, having the shoulders down. Kind of the same range as hips. And I don't have to push as long on my wrists. Otherwise, pull those shoulder heads forward over your elbow creases. So you want your chest about right in between your elbows, and then push into the forearms, and you'll feel your upper body kind of lift a little bit. Flex underneath your rib cage. Pull the elbows back toward the toes without actually moving them. Tuck the tailbone under and try flexing in through the glutes and wrapping your thighs. Push your heels back behind you. And then just keep tightening the belly up towards your rib cage. 3, 2, and turn. We'll go to our first side. We're already 1 minute down. Lift up nice and high. You can take that top hand. Sometimes it's nice to tuck it behind your low back. And then push your hand into the back and open the chest. Front of the belly, grab strong, and keep pushing up through that oblique. Nice deep inhales. Halfway there. Keep contracting Pushing those hips higher, higher, higher. Open the chest. And watch, I gotta watch it too. Watch that your hips aren't rotating back or too far forward. Just a nice open stack. Keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then twist to the other side. Rotate all the way over. Lift up through those hips. Again, if you would like, you can take that top hand, tuck it behind, pushing into your low back, and then open the chest, drive the hips forward. So you can sneak in a little top shoulder stretch here. Keep holding those hips up super high. Front of the belly still strong. Keep driving the hips up. 20 seconds left. Five, 4, 3, 2, back to center. Hold your center. Again, chest between those elbows. Pull the elbows back toward your toes. Find a lot of heat in the core. Drive in through the forearms. Flex your glutes. Grab your quads. Don't forget the goal here. It's the abdomen, those trunk muscles. So try to keep it out of your shoulders by pulling that belly up and pushing into the elbows to dome into the upper back. 20 seconds left. You've got it. Stay flexed. Dig in. Tuck deep. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, drop onto your knees. Hinge back into that child's pose again. Well done. All right, we're going to come up and just hit some body weight exercises. Oh, I did forget to tell you, if you have a bench or a table or a chair handy, I guess the table might be too high. I'm going to use this box here for tricep dips later. That would be great. If you don't have a box, then you can use the floor. I'll show you how to do that once the time comes. All right, so we're just going to hit up 20 reps, starting off with squats. So just feet outside the hips. Hold the core strong, shoulders backing down. We don't have to worry about weight. So just listen to the body, scan in, notice what's going on. It's good to just get that body moving sometimes without extra load. Keep the core super flexed, just like we had with our plank. Last 5. Keep the core going strong. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to set up a static lunge. So one leg forward. Start with your feet hip width, and then you take one leg straight back. So you're on railroad tracks that are hip width. Drop straight down. So the heel's going to be right on top. The heel's right underneath your knee. If you lean forward just a little over that front heel, that upper body pulls forward, you'll get a little more heat and weight pushing out of that front leg. You want to drive through the heel. Our purpose here is to dig into the front glute and hamstring. 5 to go. Square off the hips. 3, 2, and 1. Drive through, set it up, and we hit the other side. Square off the hips and lunge. Dig into that front heel. Chest is tall. Create a little bit of traction and tension between your front heel and the back toe. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to move into dips. Oh, so if you don't have a box or a chair handy, then you can use the floor. Turn your fingertips to point at your hips, and you lift your hips up and then dip from here, elbows bending back. Otherwise, join me at our box. You want your hips to line pretty close to your box. So you drop straight down, straight up, over the hips. Shoulders are right over those hips. Core holds strong. This may not feel good for some of us on our shoulders. In that case, you can hit up kickbacks or a tricep push-up. Kickbacks here with weights or a band, or a tricep push-up narrow. We are going push-ups now. Okay, we are going to do a full 20. So if you need to take a break between, feel free. With your push-ups, start off with your plank position, and your range is up to you. Drop your chest right between those thumbs. Hold the core really strong. There's 10. 18, 19, 20. Whew. Let's add it up a little bit. It's good. Okay, we're going to stay on the ground and hit up a Superman. So, super important here to make sure the belly is really, really strong and that you're pushing your tailbone down toward your heels. Okay? So, otherwise, the tendency is to grab too much low back. So you want to think about lifting your legs with your quad or your hamstrings and your glutes, and you're lifting the upper body with your back muscles. So this is not about arching. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. This is not about arching your low back, but it's about flexing upper back, keeping the core strong, and getting those glutes and hamstrings. 8, 9, keep your chin tucked in. Belly holds strong. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. All right. Bring yourself up. Take a little hamstring stretch. And we're going to hit that whole set one more time. Take a little more time today to stretch. We still get that little bit of sweat on and heat. Okay, so we're back in our squat. Find your squat stance and go for 20. Don't forget about that core. See how much flexion you can get on your own, even without holding weight. 5 to go. Okay, lunges. Set it up. 1, 2. Dig into that front leg. Belly strong, belly strong. 18, 19, 20. Step in, other side. Focus on that front leg doing most of the work. You got it, halfway. 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. All right, we have our dips on the floor, or grab your weights. All right, hips just barely off your box. Open the chest. Ready, set, and go. Halfway. Keep the chest up. Squeeze your elbows toward one another. Find your triceps pushing you up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, push-ups. You can always use that box or the wall if you need a little bit of help or elevation. So it's not as much pressure on your arms. You can always hit up basically a plank position there and push feet aside. Also, if you want to hit your knees on the floor, you can. I would suggest trying to stay on your toes and just not worrying about range. All right, grab belly. Here we go. Think of your push-up as a moving plank. Tuck that tailbone, hold the core. 3, 2, 1. All right. We're going to get that Superman belly locks. Tuck it in. Remember, inhale to lift. Use your upper back and glutes. Feel like you're tucking your tailbone under, back towards your heels. Belly stays strong, even though you're laying on it. Halfway. Eighteen, 19, 20. All right. We're going to hit one more round of planks at 30 seconds each. And then we're going to take a little longer stretch today. All right. So back to your bird dogs or elbows down. Ready, set, and go. Find that flexion. Tuck through the tailbone. Push into elbows, and elbows pull back toward toes. We're only here for 30 seconds, so we want to find our maximum output. You should try to make that plank burn as fast as possible. You got it. You got a cricket in the wall. Super noisy. 3, 2, 1. Turn to one side. Find that lift. Since we only have 30 seconds, you can try lifting your top leg. Flex into the back muscles. Push the hips forward. Both thighs hold strong. 10 seconds. And then turn to the other side. Rotate and lift. If you'd like, lift that top leg. Stack the shoulders. Stack the hips. Find that flexion. You got it. 10 seconds. Woo. Losing that top leg. 3, 2, and center. 30 seconds here. Find what works you, pushes you just a little deeper. Dig into those elbows. Pull the elbows back toward toes. Stay strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, all right. Drop onto those knees. Hinge back. Take your child's pose. And then we're going to hit that stretch. So if you have a strap or an old towel, one of these bands, stretchy bands, or t-shirt, anything that'll help you kind of get into those different positions, we're going to use that today. Just get a little deeper stretch. We're going to start with our figure 4 rotation. So put your hands nice and wide on the ground. Take your right foot and cross the ankle on top of the left knee, and then slowly lower both legs to the left. Drop all the way down. The right knee kind of opens away from you. You can feel some stretch through the arms a little. The back, you want to try to push that right shoulder into the ground. And then the main kind of pull that you feel here will be that hip flexor point on that lifted side. All right, bring your legs back to center, and then we're going to twist it to the other side. So plant your right foot, left foot on top, and then cross it over. That stupid cricket, he's so loud. Let the knee drop away from you. Take some deep breaths. All right, and then bring your legs back to center. And let's get that strap into use. So put your strap or towel or shirt around the arch of your foot. I'm going to do my left foot to start. And then find a position where you can get the knee all the way straight. So depending on how flexible or inflexible you are, will be how far you get the leg up. So you don't want your leg to start freaking out. You want to just find that nice stretch, just a little bit of push, a little bit of sensation. Pull the toe down towards your face or back toward your knee, and then breathe. Hold a little longer today. I know a lot of times we just rush through our stretch, so part of recovery is obviously getting a good stretch, lengthening the muscles. A lot of what we hit up in the yoga day was definitely stretch as well. So go back and hit that again if you missed it. It was yesterday. A couple more deep breaths. As your leg slowly kind of releases, sometimes you can feel it. Like I can feel mine just be like, ouch, ouch, and then relax. So once you get to that point, enjoy a second, and then maybe just a millimeter more of pull. All right, if your left foot is up and your strap, You're going to put your band in your right hand, put your left arm out on the ground in a T with the palm on the ground, lower your right leg onto the ground, and then slowly let your left leg drop over to the right. Just whatever range feels good for you. And then once you have that point where your leg doesn't want to stretch anymore, go any further, just gently pull the toe back toward your shoulder. Some of us, some days, or you today, can get that leg all the way to the ground. Great. But pull the toe back up toward the shoulder and then check in with back of the knee. See if you can keep it straight and non-bending, pushed away from you. Breathe into the stretch. So I'm getting just a different kind of spot in my hamstring from when I had it up overhead, and definitely through my glute. My hamstrings have been very tight since our glute bridge day 2, all those glute bridges. All right, grab the strap with your left hand and help the leg come all the way up. All right, cross this ankle over the opposite knee. You can get rid of your strap, or you can double it up behind your thigh. Kind of depends on how flexible or inflexible you are. So pull the legs into the chest. If you want to use that strap behind the right thigh, go for it. And then if you can, see if you can push the left knee away from you a bit, so you get an extra little pull through that glute. That'll reach all the way up into your low back. Flex both feet. Spread across your chest and shoulders. So I think a lot of times we end up crunching into the neck and shoulders and freaking out up in the upper body when we're trying to stretch the lower body. So try to relax your jaw, your forehead, your breath. Just pull everything deep into the chest. Okay, let's hit up that other side. So take your band and loop it around your foot. Same thing, just try to get the back of the knee straight away from you so that you feel that flex or the stretch in your hamstring. You find the position that works for you. That's way out here. Great. Should be a nice stretch, an enjoyable stretch. Should feel like you're helping yourself. Pull the toe down toward your knee. Check in with those hips. Make sure they're not getting wonky, turned up toward one side or the other. Keep that pull in the back of the thigh. Maybe a little deeper. Keep flexing the toe back toward your knee. Okay, and then extend your left leg long. Put your right arm out in a T with the palm on the ground away from you. And then slowly drop that left foot across the body. So you're holding the strap with your left hand. You get to your position, much more flexible on this side for me. Push that right shoulder into the ground. Pull that toe up. Try to keep the bend out of the back of the knee. Relax through the neck and the shoulders, the chest. All right, reach across with that right arm. Help pull that strap back up to center. And then same thing, you can double it over and reach it behind around your left thigh. Or if you don't need that, just cross your right ankle over the left knee, interlace your hands behind the left thigh, pull deep into the chest. You can always use a wall or a stable piece of furniture to kind of put your foot against, this foot away from you. Help get that push. Then you have that held and you can focus on just driving this knee away from you. All right, let's release. Put your feet just a little wider than your hips. Arms are going to be back out in a T again. Windshield wiper your legs to the left. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. Bring through center. Go to the right. Deep inhale and exhale. And then bring your legs back to center. Reach your legs straight out in front. Arms way up overhead. Reach, reach, reach. And then with your exhale, you're going to slowly roll yourself all the way up. Reach over those toes if you need. Grab that strap again. Try to flatten through the back. Get that grip on the strap. Pull yourself forward. Chest is dropping toward those thighs as much as possible. See how close you can get the backs of the knees to the ground. So this is a good indicator of flexibility, what we need to work on for hamstrings. If you're not quite sure, if you feel just like a brick, then maybe reach out privately. We can work on it a little bit. Flexibility is so, so, so important. All right, put the soles of your feet together. We'll get our butterfly stretch. Ugh. Wrap your hands around the toes unless it feels better for you to keep your hands behind you. Take a couple deep breaths, just lift it high. Reach your left ear to left shoulder. Stretch to the right side of your neck. And then right ear to right shoulder, stretching through the left. Exhale and pull yourself forward just as far as feels good for you. It might even work to dig your elbows into your inner thighs to kind of push the knees down, or press with your hands, but be gentle, be nice. All right, come to seated. We're going to just twist over the left leg, push into the right knee with your right hand, left hand behind you, and then the other way. Ooh. Twist from your low, or twist from your mid back first, then the chest, then the shoulders, then the head. But remember, we want to keep those hips and the low back stable on the ground. Okay, come to your yogi squat. Sit those heels down. Tomorrow, last day of our mobility, or of our recovery week, and we're doing mobility. Focus on mobility, so a lot of twists, a lot of hip opening, hip flexor kind of moves. Get some stretch and flush through there. Reach over the legs, forward fold, and then come up all the way. All right, everyone, great work. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.